I've opened the engine oil level valve, the upper one, on the left hand side of the sump, and we've just got water coming out, which is kind of expected because the tractor has been outside, set outside, not undercover for years now, probably 20 odd years. So that looks like, to me, the sump's probably going to have a hell of a lot of water in it. So I'll let this drain until nothing comes out of here, or until oil comes out, whatever kind of happens first, and then I'll actually drain the remainder of the sump through the drain plug. Well, this is how much water we've got out of the sump so far. Still coming out clear out of the upper oil level valve, and yeah, we've probably got a good 10 litres or so in there right now. So I'm going to turn this off and tip this water away, and we'll start again. The idea of this is to drain the water away until we either see no water or some oil, and then I'll shut this off and then drain the engine oil through the sump plug in the conventional manner. But I didn't want to open the sump plug and have all this water flooding out into the oil pan, followed by oil and gunk. So I'll just stop the video there for the moment. This is the second container that I've had draining into under the sump here, and now the water level has trickled right off through the upper plug, and we're just starting to see droplets of oil coming out with the water, and you can see it floating. So this container is about 70%, about 70-75% full, which means that we've also collected probably another 8 to 10 litres of clear water out of the sump, to the point where now we're starting to see oil. So I'm going to close this valve now and open the drain plug in the sump and drain whatever's left into this container once I've emptied it. So this is the oily residue that was just coming out of the sump, and once I've cleaned this up, we'll start draining the engine oil. On this Fordson under the sump, there's the main sump drain plug, which is the large hexagonal plug you can see, but there is also a small square drive drain plug. I've loosened it off. And now we've got a mixture of water and oil gushing out into the drain pan. Hopefully the drain pan will be able to hold the volume. As you can see, it's a mix of water and oil, and now we've got thicker sludge type oil coming out. Most of the water seems to have stopped, so it's almost like treacle coming out of there now. So we'll let that drain, and once it has drained, I'll be topping up the cooling system to see if we get any more water coming out of here. Hopefully nothing's cracked inside the block itself, and it'll hold water. So let's see. I'll let that drain away, and I'll just stop the video here. Just as a quick extra here, you can see how thick this oil is coming out of here. It's just building up on top of itself before it gets pushed under. So it's pretty thick at the moment. It's got to be decades old. This is what came out of the small drain plug from the engine oil sump. Seems to be some large bits in there, but when I prod them, it's just kind of coagulated oil, pretty dense, stuff, but so far no lumps of metal have been found in it. Next I'll take off I've put the small square drive drain plug back in, and next I'll take the big hexagonal sump drain out and see what I get out of there. So this is the underside of the sump. You can see the small drain plug, square drive in the picture, and the larger hexagonal sump drain just in the center of picture now. So I've already loosened it. I'm going to reach in and just remove it completely. There we go. More water and not too much else. Some kind of lump come out of the bottom there. That's just a squidgy mess. There's no hard solids in it or anything like that. So that's it, fully drained. And my plan now is to top up the cooling system, and hopefully we won't get any water coming out of here. So I'll top it up with fresh water and see if we get any leaks. Just out of interest, this is the inside of the large hexagonal drain plug, and it's just full of gooey sludge. Again, pushing down into it, I can't feel any. There are a few lumps in there actually. I don't know, there's a few bits of what could be metal in there, so I'll investigate that further and see what's going on with that. This is the gooey sludge that came out of the bottom of the sump. There's just thick lumps of it. This is the inside of the small drain plug from the engine, and as you can see, it's just clogged with silt. Can't see any metal or anything like that in there at the moment, but that's a good indication of what the bottom of the sump's going to look like, the silt trap in the sump. So in the hexagonal drain plug, I found a whole load of chunks of metal, but on examining the actual drain plug itself, there's a good chunk of it has broken away, and I suspect that the metal I'm looking at is from this from the thread, the portion of this drain plug that's broken away. It looks similar metal. And I've checked it to see how magnetic it might be, because I know the castings on this Fordson are very magnetic indeed, and if I put my magnet in there, it does pick up some stuff, but it's not stuck to it very well. It's not snapping on, it's barely popping on. So anyway, we'll have to investigate. Hopefully, it's fairly light metal as well, but hopefully when you can actually see it blowing in the wind, hopefully it's from the plug and not from anywhere else in the internal part of the engine itself. So we'll see. I'll flush the oil out eventually and see if we can get some more samples.